Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video, and I've decided that I'm gonna become a hunter. And what I'm hunting is Jiren. We're coming for Jiren, okay? So, some community members, right? Oftentimes, when like these tough fights have come out, like they've kind of like challenged the fight. Typically what I've seen, the rules is just like you need to just use a unique leader, and the matching friend leader is kind of like the only rule, right? So, I mean, in doing this, some of the teams might look a lot of samey. We're going to be using DAIMA Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and, Goma, and the Int Super Saiyan 4s, and UI Goku, and Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? Like, we are going to be using a lot of the same characters here, but, like, the point is we are, like, kind of structurally using different teams, right? Interesting that this is the win. Wow, what a horrible opening. Double DAIMA Vegeta and no EX Super is our open. Wow, pretty tough opening for this. This took probably maybe like 6 or 7, 8 attempts, something like that. Although some of these were load into instant death. This rotation right here, double DAIMA Vegeta. DAIMA Vegeta is actually pretty good for this fight, because he, depending upon our RNG with crits and EX supers and additionals and stuff, he can really ravage this opening rotation Jiren, right? He can seriously smack this dude around. Which it looks like this opening rotation, we are getting a lot of that happening, right? As he's kind of like blasting this Jiren up, right? But DAIMA Vegeta is weak to the AoE. So, I don't know, maybe actually there is an argument that it is good to get double DAIMA Vegeta turn 1, provided Jiren doesn't super before his AoE, which to me seems uncommon. A lot of times if Jiren supers before doing the AoE, I think most of those runs would just end in a loss. But I don't know that Jiren does that super often, at least that I've seen so far, right? But I have not really done very many attempts in this run, right? So this is going to be my second no item clear of like a unique leader, right? So we've done DAIMA Super Saiyan 4 Goku and DAIMA Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Those are our 2 no item runs we're going to have, including this one. The other thing is that DAIMA Vegeta is not weak after he attacks. I mean, that wasn't great tanking on turn 1, but it's enough to get us through. Now, my plan with this team, again, there was maybe 7 attempts or so, was to really try and have Goma and the Int Super Saiyan 4s on rotation. I was nervous right here, I remember this, because I wanted to heal. I wanted to get the Int Orbs and heal, but I was like, nah, let's just get Vegeta his Rainbow Orbs, and we should be good to go. But my plan was to have Goma and the Int Super Saiyan 4s on the same rotation. So that way, on, Goma's second return, we would go ahead and transform into his giant mode, be able to take away super attacks, AoEs, and then potentially be able to finish off Goma with we could go into Super Saiyan 4 Goku and be safe. Because in my experience, from what I've seen, is that Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the Int Super Saiyan 4 Goku here, he can get clapped up by the AoE, depending upon the situation. So it's like Int Super Saiyan 4 Goku destroys the second phase. Very important for that second phase. But we can't really easily bust him out until that said second phase, right? So we do have to keep that in mind. I do have the footage sped up just a little bit. I mean, I probably didn't need to do this because I think this run in its entirety was only 14 minutes. Remember how I've said many times, it does seem like the community does enjoy, or at least, not really the community is not the right word I would say, but the really obsessed, crazy, dedicated players, which obviously I would be among those, right? Love these short, explosive fights. You guys have heard me talk about this with Bio Broly, Goku Black and Zamasu. These fights nowadays, it seems like everyone, oh, we want our characters to transform and do all that. But the fights that end up being the most fun are kind of like these like short craziness fights like this. But that, again, that's at least for the very most dedicated players, which I definitely would consider myself in that bracket, right? I think more casual players, they do like to do, a fight that's like, 7 to 10 turns, be able to use all their abilities, but they only would probably do the fight one time, right? Whereas like me and the crazies, we're doing this over and over. So Vegeta, the reason getting double Vegeta turn 1, thinking on it more, might be better, his active didn't do very much, except for the fact that it gives him his damage reduction, so the AoE doesn't damage him, right? If not for his active skill right here, right there, he probably gets pummeled. This turn 3 AoE probably pummels him, right? So that actually is monstrous. It looks like we got good luck with Jiren not slot 0 supering there. For sure, if Jiren... Oh, we triple supered. I didn't even realize. Yeah, I was watching an RE9 playthrough while grinding this out right here. But if Jiren does slot 0 supers, most of these turns, we would just be cooked, I think. I don't know that there's... Because with him debuffing us, buffing himself, it's just... It's gonna start to get very fucking spooky, right? With Jiren, he's very nasty. So, I still maintain... I think the reason this fight is so difficult is this opening phase, by the way. I made it to... So with this team, we made it to Int Jiren twice. The first time, I would have won, but Int Super Saiyan 4 Goku failed a 90% dodge, which caused me to lose. I mean, that's going to happen eventually, but that was a real bummer, because that's the character that we can really rely on in Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? By the way, DAIMA Vegeta's crit ability very strong as well, right? Okay, so then we get to this rotation, and I mean, we got a nice lineup of Jiren's attacks. Look at this. So I'm examining this, and you might think, oh, let's Goma Giant form. Let's, get all the damage in. But we really caught a huge break right here with Jiren's attack. So I don't even use Goma's Giant form because the attack pattern was so favorable. Right here, I checked to see, okay, how many times has Goma been hit? Only twice. So Goma could fail one of these dodges and he'll still take double-digit damage, right? Because remember, Jiren ignores 100% of your defense. You essentially, when Jiren is attacking you in this phase, every single character has 0. They're all Super Saiyan 3 Broly with literal 0 defense. You have to, so, Goma right here does have 99% damage reduction up until the point where he gets hit 3 times. Plus, he's got his dodge. Yesterday at the gym, I am so happy in hindsight. I was looking through some of my characters, and I did give out some of these powerful Whis event equips. We're going to do some videos focusing on characters with the Whis event equips. But Goma, I changed Goma's build to be more defensive, and it paid off here. It sure fucking paid off here, dude. I'll tell you that. Because here's the thing. If Goma would dodge one of the 3 attacks, we might die here. I don't know. Goma probably wouldn't get killed even without his full damage reduction, but it would have been scary as shit. Because I've not seen, like, Jiren's normals, I mean, every character is taking like 500k per normal. So this is a dodge fight. But if you notice, I could say that this is very good luck with the spread of attacks, but Jiren is only attacking it 6 times, right? So while it is lucky, true, there are going to be many instances of this type of luck in this fight because Jiren attacks so few. It's part of the design of the fight. He attacks so few times because you can't survive his hits really with almost any character. So like once we get to the second phase, I enjoy it because to me there's nothing more. It's a suffocating feeling if I lose a run because I fail crits, fail additionals. It's a very suffocating feeling to me. But if I lose because we missed a dodge, it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. Right? Like, it's just the way my personality is. And I know there's a lot of players where it's the opposite, right? They miss that dodge, and they're furious at dodge characters. To me, it's like, I put the crit build on the EZA 8th Anniversary LR, the GT Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I put full crit on them, and they never crit, and I actually cannot mentally take it. That I freak out so much. But, like, we miss a 90% dodge, and it's like, yeah, it sucks, but we'll just hop right back in, right? So we get here, and look, this is why this fight is, the beginning part is the hardest part. Because Jiren has almost full HP, and we almost completely eradicate him just via active skills, right? Like, you just get to this part, and you just wash his ass with actives, blowing him into Kingdom Come. So, really, I think we are fine here. So, we, of course, can run UI Goku in slot 1. He has 100% dodge. Remember, I've tried to tell people this as much as I can. In most instances, 90% of fights, you want to start with Evolution Blue Vegeta and finish with UI Goku. That is the correct way to use this character, I would argue, in most fights, right? So we have UI Goku literally has, there's no chance. He has 100% chance to dodge. So he will freely attack. Remember that his support, by the way, is for super class allies, not for Realm of Gods. The secondary part of it is a massive buff to Realm of Gods, but he supports super class first. Then if they're also Realm of Gods, they get another big buff, right? So he is further buffing the DAIMA Super Saiyan 4 characters by supering. So there we go. There is our second no item run. I'm not sure which run I'm going to do. I was doing a GT Hero just category showcase earlier, and I was like, really like, oh, like, wow, this is very possible against this fight. So I might try maybe GT Hero next. Maybe, I did also see Vector did it with double Carnival Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So I might do that. I haven't done the Super Saiyan 4's no item run yet, but we'll just use like UI Goku and stuff like that on that team. I think we'll do a full GT Hero run maybe for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. There's many runs that are going to be easy before we have to go into kind of like a trickier run, right? So there we go. We'll try and farm these out. Right now, there isn't that much to record anyway, so doing these runs would be good. And this fight only lasts until March 10th, so we got to get our runs in now.